Okay, we are live on YouTube now. We've been live for about a minute, so let's just see where this goes. But episode 15, the draft episode of the YWC Football Talk podcast, live on YouTube. And I just fired up GarageBand, so we're going to be live on all the podcast outlets as well. Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you can find podcasts. You know, Phil's got his WWE cup. I got my Gatorade bottle. Alex, I don't know what kind of liquid he's got.
Probably the good stuff. No, water. Yeah.
Shout out. Drinking the Los Lorenzo brothers. We got a viewer in here, but one thing we're going to say is once we do have people in here watching, I got to fix myself. Let us know who you are, so we're going to answer questions. This is all about the NFL draft. I'm excited to predict this thing, man. Even though there's no sports right now, we got the NFL draft. Well,
I'm here. My hair looks horrible. I'm not. I can't. I gotta have that.
That's all good.
I'm live. What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Nightmare 10. Once again.
Yeah.
I can hear our viewers going down.
Yeah.
And everyone left. The haters are gonna hate.
Yeah. Okay, so we got. Okay, so I just got a message in the private chat. So yeah, we just gotta figure out like whenever people come in, they come in. But you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and fire up this little prediction thing. Let me see if I can get this better so it's not all three like that. Okay, so yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Screen layout. So yeah, if you guys don't mind, so are you guys big in your screen, by the way, just to clarify?
No, only you.
You're big.
Yeah,
oh,
but it's your
you.
channel, so go for it.
We don't mind staying like this. We can do this, or we can do. Let's do this.
There you go. That's better.
There we go. This is a lot better. So who I am a. Look at the first guy, Randy Osga. I called him before this started. Randy, we're going live. I know you've been waiting for this one for a while, but.
What's up, Randy?
Ooh.
How's it going?
Hold on, I'm trying to get Joe on with his phone.
Okay, sounds good. Joe was going to go on when this thing went live. I got to find a way. I got to get to. Do you think Patriots will draft a quarterback?
Oh, 100%, Randy. 100%.
I don't. Well, that's what this podcast is all about. So basically,
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
I doubt that it'll be a first round thing, but it'll probably be. I don't know. Maybe in the second. Maybe we'll see their second round pick. We'll see their third round pick. But that's what we're here for. Just to predict this draft. We got mock drafts going up. I'm just gonna gotta tweet the link out. That was a bit of a tongue twister for me. I have no idea why. But we got so much going on today. We are gonna have a fun time doing this. Let's just get this link tweeted out. Alex, Phil, you guys have any opening remarks about the NFL draft?
It's gonna be interesting to see how they do it with all that kind of stuff. But
sports in my life can't come soon enough.
No, it's like just counting down the days at this point. Like it's sports content in general. Like it's what we want. It's what we've been waiting for 6 weeks now. Just sports.
Just give me something, man. Something to talk about.
Yeah, even that too. Just the virtual aspects of the draft. I was actually listening to Pro Football Talk, and they were saying that because I guess a lot of these general managers go into hiding from their families for about 2 months from about combine time until the draft, but then now they get to be at home doing that. So it's like looking at the positives and things, but you know what? We get the draft. It's not like it's postponed or anything. The only thing that got postponed is the schedule release. Randy, I'm going to look for a guy that Alex is familiar with for the Patriots to draft, and Thaddeus Moss probably in the 3rd or 4th round.
I think Thaddeus Moss, though, is a dream pick. I don't think that's happening. It
is, but I don't think he's a first-round pick. I'd like it. The other ones I would like too, but our dream picks is there's the kid from Notre Dame that his name's just not getting to me right now, and then there's another guy from, I think, Florida Atlantic or Florida International. I'm looking for tight ends right now.
This mock draft has a guy at a Dayton tight end. Adam.
I'm trying not to read any of the mocks that aren't Kuiper or McShay. Some of them are so stupid.
Yeah, this one's I was about to say that because this is the same one that has the Pats trading up in the first round. Yeah, first round to the 18th.
If anyone thinks the Pats are trading with the Giants, it's going to take a lot more than like one first round pick or like.
Well, this one has them trading to 18 with I don't know who has the 18th pick.
That's more likely, but that's still hard to trade up that.
Justin Herbert's not going to be there at 18. I don't believe.
No, Justin Herbert's going top. I think he's going top 10, but
I think Bill would rather win with a Stidham than a top-rated quarterback.
So to me,
I guarantee it.
Yeah, like I agree with Alex. Like to me, like the guy that I could see like going to New England as far as like the top names go. And he's not going in the first round, but like Jalen Hurts, I guess get someone like that's got like a lot of upside. But no, I don't think
the Steelers are in on him too.
I don't think
Jalen Hurts later when we get more in depth in the pod. But.
Yeah, and I don't think Bill's gonna go. Like I agree with Alex. I don't think Bill's gonna go after. He's not gonna give up. Like not that he wouldn't take Herbert. It's not that he wouldn't. I mean, there was rumors for Baker Mayfield, but he's not gonna. He's gonna try to get a steal, and if someone's stupid enough to do that, but no one's in the draft is going to do that. So
what the Patriots do is ride Stidham. If he sucks, you can try to get Lawrence next year or a different quarterback.
Or
if he's good, you don't need a waste to pick.
Yeah, I'm fine with just building around him. I mean, see what you got this year.
But then if Stidham doesn't work out, there's like Alex said, there's Trevor Lawrence, but then there's also going to be Fields from Ohio State next year, who's had a breakout year for the Buckeyes. So there's a plethora of options. But speaking of Buckeyes in Ohio, that's where the first overall pick takes place, and the Cincinnati Bengals hold that pick. I'm going to go to Alex to see who he thinks is going to go number 1 overall in the draft, but I'm pretty sure all three of us are going to have the exact same guy going number 1 overall.
I think UConn's quarterback is slated to go number 1 overall in the draft. But yeah, I mean, it's 100% going to be Joe Burrow. There's just no chance that the Bengals do anything else. If they do, they're pretty much admitting they don't want to win.
I mean, if someone offered a ridiculous amount, I think that I'd take it. If someone offered me like 3 firsts, I'd be like, sure, go ahead.
I mean, Burrow seems to be their guy. When you like the quarterback, you take the quarterback. You don't.
Well, yeah, I agree. If Burrows is their guy, they'd be stupid to not take him. I'm just saying, as far as like if someone's stupid enough to offer like a ridiculous amount, knowing that there's Lawrence coming out next year. But yeah, they're taking Burrow. I mean, out of the Cincinnati, pull to Cincinnati or something, but
I can only see that if Marvin Lewis was
usually in the draft. Usually in the draft that doesn't happen though. Usually, like how often do you see that in the top, like your top picks? Usually they're pretty much what everyone thought.
Yeah, like I think all three of us are agreeing on Joe Burrow being number 1 overall, though.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. That's who they got to take.
Yeah.
Even if they were to trade him or do something like crazy like with Eli, but they're still going to take him.
Yeah, but if Burrow wasn't a local Ohio kid, I could see something like that potentially happening, but I just don't. It's just you just do not pass up on someone who just had an amazing college football season and led LSU to a national championship. Excuse me. But yeah. I just see what Randy just commented about certain. I was going to say certain defensive end, but certain guy named Chase Young. That's my number 2 overall pick going to the Redskins. If Burrow, though, if Tua was banged up and Burrow didn't have the season he had, Chase Young would be going number 1, but Chase Young's the best player in this draft, but he will be going number 2 to the Redskins. I think that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's been talks that they would trade back and try to get Simmons, but there's just no possible trade that they would do.
Yeah, I don't think we're just talking about Burrows, but I think the top talent, as Griff said, would have been Chase Young if the Bengals didn't need a quarterback. So it's like, I mean, Chase Young's got to be number 2. I mean, if someone wants Chase Young, I mean, if I'm the Redskins,
going number 2 regardless of whoever.
Yeah. I think what I was going to say. I think if the Redskins, I would not be shocked if the Redskins tried to get draft. What word I'm looking for? But like add picks to their draft and go to like 5 or 6 or something like that. If somebody decided they want to Chase Young, but
yeah, I don't see any team with a quarterback trading up to 2.
Only if Chris
going to trade 3, if anything.
Only if Greer gets desperate with the Dolphins because he's got those 3 overall. He's got, I was going to say 3 overall. He's got the 3 first-round picks, which could go either way. But the next team is the Detroit Lions, which shout out Joe from the Motor City Marks was supposed to be live, but technical difficulties happened. Part of me thinks they're going to go for a defensive player, but part of me thinks they could trade back too and just potentially fuck up the whole situation. But and also, to speaking of Cincinnati Bengals, BTB just entered the room, which made this thing a lot more interesting.
What's up, BTB? What is up?
Saying hi to me last.
Yeah, I'm not saying
the emoji.
Just saving the best for last, Alex. Don't get.
Yeah, I got the emoji. It's all right.
Yeah, just a couple of exclamations.
Let's not let BTB sexiness distract us.
Yeah, that's easy. Very easy.
We got the Joe Doc to watch at 9.
I think the Lion cards are the Lions. The Lions are the wild card of the first round because
wild card are the Lions.
Yeah, the wild card is the Lions. Just because you never know what they're going to do. That's also too. This is a make or break draft for Bob Quinn. Just considering there's all those rumors about the players not liking him or Patricia in the locker room. We don't know exactly if they can go Tua here, if they're going to trade back, which I could see the Lions being that team to trade back and taking those 3 first-round picks from Miami. So Miami moves up to 3 and gets Tua. But at the same time, too, it's just you never know.
I'm going to say they're going to take Okudah.
That's my end result. I think that I'm going to agree with Alex and Sugar Bell Cards. I think Jeff Okudah is going number 3. He's a very good defensive back for Ohio State. Just transfers over to state to Michigan. But you know what? Detroit needs a defensive help, so I don't see how they just pass on a guy like Okudah.
I just don't think we're going to get many trades in this draft because everyone's so separated. And you're going to have to make $1
I was thinking that too. I think you're going to see a lot of teams playing it safe this draft, but at the same time too, if you have if you have a trade or you have your gut pick on someone, you got to go with your gut. You just can't take trades because these are the kind of trades where it's going to make or break franchises.
It's gonna be hard to take. Yeah. Me and Griff talked about this too, but on a previous podcast, but it's gonna be hard to stretch off, take a whim on a guy when if there's a guy that you've been studying the whole time, you're just gonna have to go with him. Instead of I
read there's going to be a lot more backups from good schools taken than good players from not as known schools.
Yeah, I think you're definitely going to be with I was reading Grandy's comment, got distracted. No, I am depressed, but not really. I'm actually happy.
Now he'll actually wrestle.
Yeah, so now he actually gets off. I was actually happy. I didn't want to be happy that he got fired, but anyways, I'm reading a comment for the people that don't know. So yeah, I mean, I think. I agree with Alex. Was what I was trying to get at, but I think that
I also heard Mike Tannenbaum, the former GM of the Jets and one other team, I think the Dolphins, and he was talking about how many times he made trades and it barely went through. On the time it was before it was null and void. He said it's going to be way harder this year, and it might not be. Might not be a lot of trades happening.
I wonder if they'll extend that time. That's a good point, Alex. I wonder if they'll give them a little more time because they're not it's
Randy, we're gonna go through every draft pick, so you don't have to ask about specific players.
Yeah. That's good, Randy. But yeah, we'll go through every pick and see.
But I think all 3 of us are agreeable upon Jeff Okudah though for the Lions.
That's what it seemed from what I've seen. I haven't seen anything other than that. I don't think the Lions take a quarterback. The Lions would trade down if someone wanted to get a quarterback where they're at. So.
I saw a tweet from Nick.
Trade away Darius Slay as well. So
yeah, exactly. I was going to say though, there was a tweet from Nick Wright from Fox Sports, who I'm not really fond of to begin with, but he said that the Patriots should trade swap picks and Edelman to the lot, Edelman in their 23rd to the Lions to their 3rd, which I just laughed at immediately because Edelman's not going anywhere. But the Lions, I only said wild card just because I could see them doing that, just because you never know. Bob Quinn's a little unpredictable. But yeah, like you said, just because of the whole Zoom element or Microsoft Teams, whichever one they go with, and also too for the potential chances that stuff like tonight, which we were supposed to start at 7, but started at 7:20 because my internet went down. You never know what's going to happen. The internet's going in and out. Or what if a general manager's kid's playing Fortnite and takes up all the bandwidth so they can't get the draft pick in?
I doubt he's going to allow that.
I know. I'm just saying anything can happen.
I think draft picks get taken by phone calls, so I think they'll be all right.
Oh, they got.
Yeah, I don't think they're not going to risk it.
I'm pretty sure every team is going to have an IT guy, say with Bob Quinn, or even up next, who we're going to go to Alex first because this is his team. Dave Gettleman, who has his one monitor with him, but he's going to have an IT guy from the Giants with him so that stuff doesn't happen. But Alex, where are your New York Football Giants going in this draft?
I mean, they could trade back and try to get a lineman. They could take a lineman at 4, but I'm going to go with the safe pick and say Isaiah Simmons.
That's the pick that he should take.
He's been called the best player in the draft, which I don't agree with. I still think it's Chase Young, but he plays 3 positions. He can play defensive line. He can rush the passer. He can play linebacker, and he could be a safety. For a guy his size, is pretty incredible.
Exactly, and also too, I was just looking at the NFL Network or NFL.com, call it what you want, their mock drafts. They were saying that Tristan Wirfs, the lineman from Iowa, was their projected fit to go to the Giants. But for as much as the Giants need offensive linemen, you can get that in the later rounds. Which I have a player in mind from shout out Joe from Michigan, who I'd like to see, and who I think the Giants should get, but will be available later on. But I know the Giants' defense is still a weak point of their team, and Alex will heavily agree with me on that. I think they have to go with a safer pick and taking Isaiah Simmons because, like we said, because of the Zoom element, because it's not live, I think that you're going to see a lot of safe picks. And honestly, if I'm the Giants, you got to go Simmons.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that too. I mean, like Alex pretty much said what I was going to say. But as far as like that dude's a beast, man. Second behind Chase Young, you can't pass on him.
Exactly.
Yeah, you watched him in Clemson. You should know.
Oh, I know. Trust me. Yeah, I know more. I should know more than anybody.
Yeah. Alrighty, and
You just can't believe a guy that size can run that fast and play safety that well.
Yeah,
exactly. And also, I just see Randy too saying that the WNBA draft went well, but it was short. It'll be a similar. I only saw a little bit of clips and snippets from the WNBA draft, but I think the NFL is going to have a little bit more hand-on grasp to it, just considering that the NFL is up here and the WNBA and WNBA is down here. No offense to the league, it's just the size of the leagues. I feel like they'll have everything under control. The next one is Miami, which gets very interesting because we probably know they're going quarterback, but what quarterback are they going with?
They're taking Tua. They have to.
Tua is going to be so fucking good.
There's so much upside. Yeah,
there's a better chance than Burrow, I think, of being successful. And Joe Burrow's like my favorite non-Giant player ever now.
There's part of me that wants to say they're going to take Herbert, but
Herbert.
I gotta. There's like, you know, when you want to make a wild card pick, but you want to make a logical pick. I want to come on here and be like, oh, they're going to draft Justin Herbert, but I gotta be smart and I'm going to go Tua, just because like what Alex said. Tua's going to be a really good NFL quarterback, and as long as he's healthy, man, Miami made some very solid offseason additions this year on defense. The only thing they need now is a running back because they have the tight end Gesicki from Penn State. They've got Devontae Parker at receiver. The only thing they need now is a running back because they let Kenyon Drake go, which I still laugh at. But
Leonard Fournette is now on the trade block, so
yeah, I heard that.
I don't know what's going on in Jacksonville.
If it takes only one of their first round picks to get him, if it's their last first round pick, maybe they offer him stuff from the future drafts. Not sure, but here's how I rank. Going back to the quarterbacks, here's how I rank them. Burrow and Tua are going to be awesome. I think Burrow will probably have a worse career because the Bengals are worse off than the Dolphins. Under that, you have like Herbert, who's going to be like a kind of like a Phil Rivers, where like he's like shows greatness, and then he also shows like that he's terrible.
Right.
I think Jordan Love is going to be a bust. I don't believe in him at all. I don't know who. Ryan Hoyer or somebody. He's going to be a backup, and then I think Jalen Hurts is going to be very good.
I think so too. I mean, it depends on where Jordan Love goes. Jordan Love needs to sit. Like he hasn't shown enough to.
I just don't think his college stuff was good enough. I did not like I watched him every game, but
the thing with Herbert is like
I looked at his stats and they're not impressive.
The thing with Herbert is like his stats are impressive, but like Herbert still played in a weak Pac-12 this year or Pac-10 or whatever they call it.
Yeah, but he could have went early last year too.
He also could have benefited from better coaching. Like Mario Cristobal is a good coach at Oregon, but he's not that much of an offensive heavy guy. He had an offense. I know he was an offensive lineman or like when he played, but he didn't really let Herbert shine until the Rose Bowl against Wisconsin.
That's true. And
then he also had a great Senior Bowl. But I think that I agree with Alex on the rankings. The other guy that I'm still kind of wondering the love fest on is Fromm, just because. And there's Joe. With Jake Fromm, I guess because he had the great 2017 season where he led Georgia to the national championship and almost won it. But then ever since, he hasn't done anything special. So that's where I got to wonder, like, with a guy like Jake Fromm, too, where he's a bit of a wild card where we don't exactly know what he's going to be.
I'll give you my opinion on Jake Fromm in a second. Joe, I'm saying if Tua goes to the Dolphins, I think he'll have a really good career.
Well,
in the right direction with Flores. But
what Joe is saying, Joe and BTB, but like Tua has a lot of risk, but the point is like his risk, like his upside is just too
most
good.
Of his doctors said he'll be back to normal, or all of them. So you have to go with that. I think he'll be fine.
I mean, like I just don't think you can pass on that kind of talent. Because if you pass on him and someone else hits on him, you're going to look horrible. If you take him and it doesn't work out, like I don't feel like you're going to get a whole lot of hate because a lot of people think,
you can't pass on Tua.
Chris Greer will look really stupid if he does pass on Tua. That's my opinion.
Especially in the uncertainty of like how things are going in the world today. Like it's like you got to take. I feel like you got to take Tua just because of the upside. Whereas you could pass if you feel like you could actually go do research on other people and do a little bit more, if you could really, but I think you can take a chance.
I think Jake Fromm is not going to be good whatsoever. I don't think he was that good in college. I think he's overrated. He gets a lot of hype because he stayed there for 4 years and got all their records or whatever. I don't think
Fromm from Georgia. I like Fromm from Georgia. I think he's a good system guy. I don't think he'll shock any break any records or anything. But I think if he went to the right team,
exactly, it's all about the right team. And even the thing I was going to say too is even if Chris Greer were to pass on Tua, that's a potentially fireable offense. I'm not saying now, but look, in 2 to 3 years, if he were to take Herbert and Herbert doesn't pan out, then that's just.
Well, yeah, if you take a quarterback that early and he never pans out, it's a fireable offense. So
yeah,
unless Herbert's fine, it's not. You can't fire him for passing on Tua and taking Herbert 3 years later. If Herbert's still fine, still good.
Before we get to the Chargers, I just wanted to point something out. You know how Alex was saying under Brian Flores, Miami last year was expected to go 0-16, draft Tua this year anyway with the first overall pick, but they're still getting their wish at 5. They ended up winning 5 games this year. They're over/under from Caesars. I think it's 6 or 6.5 wins in the year, which
good.
Yeah, that's
especially
what
they get Tua.
It's just it all depends really with Miami. I think they still need to shape up their offensive line just a little bit and maybe and bolster their secondary. Besides that, like adding Kyle Van Noy to Landon Roberts is huge. From the Pats, but those are good ads. And like I said too, the only other thing they need is, besides that, just a running back and just to tinker the offensive line just a little bit because they have a pretty all right front seven.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the hardest AFC this coming year, and it's got an extra playoff spot. So I think they're definitely going to be in the hunt all year at least.
So with that being said, I think we're all in agreement. I was going to say Tua. So Tua's going to the Dolphins, but then I think it's got to be Justin Herbert going.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, Sugar Bell. Herbert would have been the first quarterback taken last year, but it was much weaker class. And Burrow, the season he did, jumped everyone. Tua's still better than Herbert. Tua couldn't come out last year, so it's not like Herbert's the best. He's third or fourth best quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, exactly like what Sugar Bell just said. It's the same thing. Like, even if he goes last year, it'd probably be between him or Kyler Murray. So I'm trying to think, though. Like, Herbert potentially even falls, though. Say, like, if Cardinals end up going with Kyler Murray 1, but then the Niners went with both. So I'm trying to remember who had 3 last year. Was it the Lions again, or
Lions, Bengals, something like that?
I'll look it up right now, but we're all – because the only other way I could see the Chargers potentially going is riding out Tyrod Taylor, like they said, and drafting an offensive lineman because they need offensive line help. But I don't think that.
And also, Herbert would not have went 1 because the Cardinals and Cutcliffe were obsessed with Murray.
Yeah, Murray's still going number 1.
And Tua is going to LA. I don't see Miami passing on him, but
I
don't think he can play for sure.
It was the Jets taking Quinn and Williams. So even last year, and then the Rams had 4, the Bucs had 5, the Giants had 6 at Jones. So if Herbert went last year, the only thing I could see, and sorry to say this, Alex, but I know Daniel Jones is good, but I think last year if Herbert went to the draft, I think he goes at 6 to the Giants. The
Giants were rumored to like him, but Daniel Jones or Gettleman fell in love with Daniel Jones, so I don't know if he would have taken him or if it would have been too big of a name to pass up. But it's not definite they would have taken Herbert, but they could have because Gettleman falls in love with his guys and picks them. So, and he fell in love with Jones, so who knows? But it would have been one of those two.
Yeah, and look, everyone last year was overreacting to Daniel Jones. Now everyone kind of sees what Daniel Jones can do, and with a full
it's the same thing Porzingis. That happened to him.
Yeah,
everyone booed him because they didn't know who he was, including myself. With
you can tell how much people actually watch the other leagues when they boo a pick that they have no idea.
Yeah, nobody who booed watched a game of Duke.
Yeah, single.
You're from South Carolina. It's not too far. Did you see a single game or know who Daniel Jones was?
Daniel Jones?
Yeah,
I roughly saw him, but I mean I didn't know him. I wasn't going to try to claim that I knew if he was a good pick or not.
Yeah.
So have you watched a Duke game or two?
Dude, basketball.
Football.
No, I mean not recently. When I can't remember the quarterback that was there, but when they played Johnny Manziel, that was the last.
But
time
you knew who Daniel Jones was. You knew the name.
Yeah, I knew who it was. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't. I just didn't. As far as like I can tell, like in college, but there's. I mean, when talk about like there's certain time. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like sometimes in the NFL, I was like, I can't tell if they're going to be a good quarterback. Or
Yeah,
not.
of course. I don't know what
Yeah.
people see and what they don't see. Like why Dwayne Haskins wasn't supposed to be good in the NFL. I thought he was so nasty in college.
Even too, Haskins had that really good Rose Bowl last year that kind of like elevated his stock a little bit as well.
But one thing I was going to say, since we're on the Chargers pick, I don't think they're taking quarterback. I think this Tyrod pick, I think they're just gonna roll with. I think they're just gonna build the team. They lost in the Brady sweepstakes. I think they're gonna get. I don't think they're.
I mean, if the guy they love is there,
I don't know. Like they had Brady, would they have still taken a quarterback?
If they love a quarterback in this draft and he falls to the Chargers, they have to take him.
I don't know.
They need a quarterback.
Like you're not going to make the play. Like Tyrod Taylor's a good quarterback, but you're not making the playoffs with him.
I bet you Tyrod.
You already knew that when you got rid of Rivers, you weren't going to make the playoffs.
I bet you Easton Stick is better than Tyrod Taylor.
Who?
Easton Stick. He's there. They drafted him last year.
Oh man. Hey, if the Tyrod Taylor can have success in Buffalo, he can do anything.
For the Chargers too, it also depends on health and stuff. But like you know what, they got Hunter Henry locked up. They got Eckler. They lost Gordon, but it was worth it. And then they also still got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. So if you add Herbert in there, and Herbert can play like he did in the Rose. I know I keep saying the Rose Bowl, but the Rose Bowl really was his coming out party, Herbert, where a lot of people saw, hey, this kid's good. And he goes to the Senior Bowl, wins the MVP there. So I think the logical or the most safe pick here.
Yeah, winning the Senior Bowl MVP means nothing.
No.
It's not the best players don't play Senior Bowl. Daniel Jones was the MVP of the Senior Bowl.
Oh, well,
no one knew who he was.
Yeah, that's good for like second tier talent players.
Yeah.
Well, you're trying to prove that you're better.
That's why everyone was upset with Gettleman because he said he fell in love with Jones at the Senior Bowl. In a game that doesn't matter.
Anybody, yeah.
Joe, RG3 was a fucking beast. He just got hurt.
I was gonna say that's why I'm glad Alex pointed that out because I want to point that out too. I've always said Mike Shanahan ruined RG3. Like he put him back out when he shouldn't have been put out, and that was the end of RG3. If you look back, that's exactly what happened. RG3 was killing it until then. He got hurt. He played hurt when he shouldn't have been playing. He should have been. That's your franchise, and the Redskins are paying for it now. And RG3 paid for it.
Who's on the wide receivers? Or who are the wide receivers of the Bengals?
AJ Green currently.
Who's their other guy?
Auden Tate.
Who?
They got Auden Tate and then John Ross.
John Ross is pretty good.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. Is Eifert still there? Is he like alive?
Bengals. Oh, no, Bengals. Fuck, Jaguars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Eifert got cut or traded or
what
something.
a waste of a career.
Yeah, he
should have been so good.
He was good.
Yeah.
He got hurt too, though.
And then they also got Schobert from Cleveland. Which is a linebacker, but whatever. So on to the next one, which is Carolina, who just locked up Christian McCaffrey to a pretty nice contract. Where do you see them going? I think
I have no idea.
I have no idea either, but the mock drafts I've seen and some of the stuff I've seen, I think they go Derek Brown out of Auburn. They need defensive help. Like you got a good offense, now they got to work on their defense.
They need a linebacker.
I was just about to say they need a linebacker, and I'm not.
Whoever's the best linebacker they'll take.
I don't know Simmons would be the guy that they would really need, but obviously he's going to be gone.
You can't call a wide receiver on the Bengals who has had Andy Dalton and others.
John Ross has shown talent, though. I wouldn't say he's a flop. John Ross has shown talent.
He plays
on the Bengals. I mean, if Brady or like Rodgers or like
Boyd, that's the other guy I was thinking of.
Burrows, I think Burrows
Tyler
can bring out the talent.
Not Tyler Boyd.
I'll say that.
I don't remember his first name.
Yeah, I think it's Tyler Boyd.
He is good.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Him and Ross should be decent if AJ Green.
Burrows will elevate him.
3.
AJ Green, I would trade him to the highest bidder, to be honest.
If there is a bidder.
Well, yeah, that's also true. I mean, you're gonna get like probably a 5th or a 6th, probably, but
I'd just keep him just in case he's like great again.
That's I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt.
The upside's still there.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point, Alex. I changed my mind actually. As you said that, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, just keep it.
It sounds right.
Well, I'm just like a 5th or 6th. It's like once I said that out loud, I was like, eh.
And then you remembered who AJ Green used to be.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Sugar Bell Kinlaw, my boy.
Just about the 6.
You know what's going to be good in college next year? Is UNC.
North Carolina.
Yeah, they had a good year this year with their freshman quarterback. He's supposed to be legit. I don't remember his name or anything, but
God, yeah, I could tell you, but now I forgot.
I'll look it up.
They're supposed to be good.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing.
I don't think they're going to be.
They should have beat Clemson.
Yeah,
yeah, they should have easily.
What
The win.
What are they? Are they in the same division?
As Clemson? I can't remember. No, they're not because they played in the ACC title.
Okay, yeah. So that's going to be the ACC title game next year, I think.
Yeah, so they can't be. But
and Clemson's going to win by like 40.
Everyone's saying too that Virginia is going to fall off, or at least some of the stuff I've seen that Virginia is not going to be exactly the team they were this past year.
Yeah, and they weren't even that good to begin with.
Yeah. I see here, guys. What are your thoughts on Mel Kiper? Just from Randy, where he's saying Mel Kiper knows his stuff, which I'm not going to not agree with.
Does know his stuff.
Pardon me?
I said Mel Kiper does know his stuff.
Yeah.
BTB. I wouldn't say the Bengals have a ton of weapons. They have some very nice pieces, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a ton. Yeah, they have young pieces. That's the key there.
Bengals should have offered double Joe Brady's salary that whatever Carolina offered him.
Yeah, that's one. That's why we brought up Carolina. Why I think they're going defensive on the draft, because you got McCaffrey, you got Bridgewater now, you got they lost Greg Olsen, so I don't know who their tight end is, but they got Robbie Anderson from the Jets.
Yeah, which is boomer bust.
Yeah,
it's kind of I don't really.
I will say this, I would not be shocked if I think he's going to be great, but there's also a huge risk that he's not great because he only had one amazing season, and everyone.
You talking about Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a part of that scares me that he won't have the right offense to work with, but he's the guy you want as your quarterback. He's just the best guy ever. Like, just so motivated, so calm. His pulse doesn't change in the championship game or in a meaningless game. Like, he just is cool, calm, and collected, and I think that mentality is going to be awesome.
And I agree with Joe. I would agree with what Joe just said about the ACC. The ACC is so down. Which not Clemson's doing what they got to do. So I'm not.
Yeah, that's why Clemson gets made fun of by everyone because I don't play anyone anymore.
Yeah, and also
but that's not their fault. I mean, I'm that's my rival, but still. Like,
they do get to make they do get to pick a lot of their schedule.
Yeah, and they pick. I know we're going on for college now, but like Clemson picked A&M, and A&M just wasn't as good as they were. I mean, it's just. They haven't been good in a couple of years. They're scheduling out of conference games. Like, I'll defend Clemson even though I don't want to, but I will defend them on that. They, it's not their fault. It just happened to be everybody they played this year was sucky.
Yeah, exactly. They're an easy schedule, and the ACC is not exactly where they are. Like Florida State,
North Carolina, like we talked about.
I still have a bunch of Teddy Bridgewater stuff, but
but
I don't think he's going to be that good. I think he's fine, but if you look at his numbers and the wins he got for the Saints, they weren't that impressive.
Well, I'll say this is. It's kind of the same thing. Not that they're on the level, like that Sean Payne's on the level of Bill Belichick or anything, but like Teddy Bridgewater had everything he needed to succeed. So there is that question mark where, okay, now you're going somewhere.
He did succeed. They won.
He did. Yeah, and he did.
I don't think his numbers were impressive.
I mean, people could easily get that opportunity and not take advantage of it. So
I think there will be a lot.
I love Teddy Bridgewater. I say whoever gets him is going to be,
I don't think they're going to be that good.
But I do think there is that. I'm just looking at that counter argument of the sense of that, there is a question mark there on what he's going to be able to do in Carolina. But Joe Brady helps that. 100%. But
also, too, you have a coach in Matt Rule who's under a ton of pressure considering he's getting paid a lot of money to be there from David Tepper.
AJ Green we don't know if he's going to be good again. Sorry, I'm reading BTB's comment. Joe Mixon is awful some weeks and great some other weeks, so you don't know what you're getting. Boyd and Ross are good pieces.
That's why we're live here. So people, if they want to ask questions, go ahead. That's what we're doing.
He's giving it the old BTB oversell.
Here's the thing, though. Let's go to the opposite. Since we're just analyzing teams now, let's go to the opposite side of the field. Can you name a Cincinnati Bengals defender?
Defensive player? No, not one.
What, Geno Atkins?
Oh, Geno Atkins. I was just thinking him as I said that.
I forgot he was still on that team.
Yeah. Outside of Atkins, that's where they need help.
I also, the only other player I know is the guys they just acquired. Like, they just got DJ Reader from, it's DJ or BJ Reader, one of the two, from Houston, Mackenzie Alexander and Trey Waynes from Minnesota.
I actually think BTB.
Besides that, because I interviewed a Bengals podcast the other day. That's the only other reason why I know who with the Bengals. But just to see the 2 points right there.
What was this guy's name?
You said boomer bust for Anderson. If Bridgewater can work with Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore, like the Panthers have potential, but man, the NFC South is going to be good. If Atlanta can be good this year, that division is going to be good.
Of course. Yeah, Joe, Curtis Samuel's not bad either.
There's one player on the Bengals. If he's still on the Bengals, it's BW Webb. because he was on the Giants, and I actually kind of liked him. Yeah, he's not on a team anymore. Damn.
Let's see.
BW Webb is like a 4th string cornerback.
So do you guys care or have any 2 cents about who Carolina you think they're going to take though, or
middle linebacker, whoever the best one is? Yeah. I'm not sure who it is.
I would say linebacker / hybrid or something if there's one there.
I mean, if Simmons drops, they'll take him definitely.
Oh, 100%. They would. They might even trade up for him. I don't know, but I don't know if anybody would give that up. I wouldn't give it up.
And next up at 8 is the team that Phil knows I have a bit of a factuation or a bit of a sweetheart note for in the Arizona Cardinals, who made probably one of the biggest moves of the offseason, getting Hopkins.
Wait, why do you have a soft spot for Arizona?
They're kind of like my dark horse team to do well. I don't know why you just like.
Oh, okay. I thought you root for them.
No, I don't like.
You already have the Saints as your second team because of your dad.
Yeah. The Cardinals, it's one. Like a team you want that kind of sucks that you want to see do well.
Yeah, the Jaguars.
Yeah, basically for me, that's the Arizona Cardinals.
All right. Yeah, a lot of people think they're going to be awesome this year.
Not with the Texans, and then they got decent, and now they still can't do anything with it.
I think them and the Texans are like switching spots.
I think there's more pressure though on Cliff Kingsbury to run that team well than there is for the players to perform. I think if he's got to coach well, if he doesn't coach well, that team's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What do they need? Defense?
Defensive line, because they got Patrick Peterson, they got Budda Baker, they got Byron Murphy. They need a lineman on either side of the ball. I think they're gonna go for the what's the guy's name? Either Tristan Wirfs, fucking up his last name, but Wirfs from Iowa or Jedrick Wills from Alabama.
Yeah, if they have a bad offensive line, now would be the time to repair it.
Yeah.
So Wirfs or Becton.
Because I remember people saying
I don't know what his dad was putting up his name.
Yeah.
Later BTB. And what is it? Andrew Thomas from Georgia was like months ago was like the best lineman in the draft, and then every week he just drifted farther and farther down the draft board. I don't know what happened.
He's been on every single mock I've seen. Every time it's going 10 to Cleveland for Thomas.
Wow, I've seen him like fall worse than that. He used to be the top lineman.
I saw a thing the other day. Remember the 2013 draft when, I think at least 5 of the first 10 picks were offensive linemen?
Yeah, like Luke Jokel and the other guy.
Yeah, there was Eric Fisher, Jokel, Lane Johnson, who was probably the best one out of the group on the Eagles from Oklahoma.
Wow.
Yeah, but I think they're going to go Wirfs from Iowa.
Wirfs or Wills is supposed to be the 2 best, so yeah, I'll say Wirfs.
Bill?
Sounds good. That's, like I said, I'll just go best available there.
We'll go from my sweetheart team to Alex's in the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do we see them trade maybe Yannick Ngakoue away, for picks, or do we see them just stay still at 9?
Giants are in discussion about Ngakoue, so yeah. I don't know. If the Giants can get him without giving up the number 4 pick, they should do it. If not, I could see him not making a trade just yet, but still trading him before the season starts. But I hope the Giants can get him for something, not the 4th pick. But if they keep the pick, they need everything. So I'm not really sure where they would go. If there's a good quarterback still available, they could get Herbert, I guess.
One way I could see them leaning is Lamb from Oklahoma, because they need, if you can get him to go along with Shark, pretty impressive. But also too, they need the defense. So it's either I think CD Lamb or let's see what they got here, CJ Henderson from Florida.
Yeah, I just don't know why they wouldn't need. They need somebody to throw the ball to these receivers. I don't know if they should get another receiver.
What, they got Gardner Minshew, son.
He's not good. He got benched, and then Foles was somehow worse.
I'll be back in 1 second, guys. You guys talk.
I think his biggest thing was just that Minshew he got hot and then it cooled down real fast.
Yeah.
That was his thing. I mean, I think the Jaguars are the perfect team as far as in this draft to do like the whole like draft the best available player or / let trade down or whatever, and then also come back in and get like a quarterback that's towards the end of the draft or into the first round anyways or second round, like a Jalen Hurts or something like that, maybe a Jake Fromm, I don't know, and then they'll probably still suck and get another one next year. It just seems like something they would do.
One thing I see here from Sugar Bell Cards is Judy goes before Lamb. I do not agree with that at all. For as good as Judy is, I still think Lamb's the best receiver in this draft.
Judy's going to go first. Lamb's going to be better, but Judy's going to go first.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Judy's first, but Lamb's probably better.
Yeah. But
Judy's going to go first because he's from Bama, so
yeah.
He's just physically the best.
He's a physical specimen. Trying to find something I can't.
I still think CD Lamb, like Alex, he's gonna have a better career and everything, but I think I still can see him going first at the same time too. I think if Judy's available at 9, I could see the Jaguars going either receiver or Henderson from Florida.
What position is Henderson?
Cornerback.
Yeah, I could see him taking a cornerback or a defensive lineman.
Remember, sorry to cut you off, but they have the Rams' 20th pick as well.
Right. So like they could use that for their.
Just like, why not take Herbert?
If Herbert's there, I don't see how you can pass on him, Alex. I do agree with that, but I don't think he's going to be there. But
I don't know. Did you have anyone taking him before this?
Technically, no, I didn't. But so yeah,
he's still there.
So he's on mine. On my board, he's still there. So
they're going to take Herbert if they don't trade him.
My plan. I'm sorry.
By sniffing out more listings than anybody else. Really?
Come on, Phil.
These freaking ads on everything I look for. There we go. Sorry about that.
It's all good. So do we want to stay on Jacksonville? Or do we want to move on to the famed Cleveland Browns?
I picked Herbert, so
yeah. If Herbert, I guess if we're going on our mock, Herbert's still there for me, so I would take Herbert. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Lamb. No, not Lamb. I'm gonna go CJ Henderson from Florida, but I feel like if Herbert's still there, you just can't pass on him if you're. Is it Dave Caldwell? I think that's the general manager's name of Jacksonville. Because even that staff's under a lot of pressure to win this year, just because considering Doug Marone's on the hot seat, and I don't think the Cons are going to want to see another year of another bad team.
There's no chance they have a good season. So
yeah, so Doug Marone's probably out at the end of the year. So
maybe they get Cam Newton.
Randy mentioned that a while ago, but I don't think Cam or Jameis get picked up by anyone until some of this stuff with coronavirus kind of dies down and they have a chance to actually go visit the team. I don't think they're just going to draft them. I think they're going to want to see them work out.
Well, I think they're going to want to see how the draft goes first. I think that's how I said. Winston and Nick will have a job after the draft when a team maybe misses out on somebody or something like that. I can't see Newton starting somewhere, which is kind of crazy to think, but I just don't think he's going to be able to start somewhere.
All right, so on to the famed Cleveland Browns. I'm making this short and sweet. Andrew Thomas, Georgia, offensive lineman, because Cleveland needs offensive line help.
Yeah, I mean they still need defensive help too, but probably be a good offensive lineman there. So I'll say Wills or Beckley, whatever his name is.
I would say top offensive lineman. I mean, Alex is right. They could definitely take a defensive, Ken off South Carolina, but I don't think he's going to go that high. So yeah, I would go offensive lineman. So probably the kid out of Georgia, Andrew Thomas.
All right, so on to a team we really don't much talk about with the Cleveland Browns, so let's move on to a team none of us care for in the New York Jets. Do you think they go offensive lineman or do you think they go receiver? Because I can see them going
either. Could take the whatever lineman we didn't say. So for me, it would be Becton or Thomas, but I think they need to get Sam Darnold some weapons. I'm going to say they take Jerry Jeudy and the first wide receivers off the board.
That's a good point, Alex. I think that's what they're. I don't think the Jets are going to take offense. They're going to think they need to capitalize now and get him some weapons. So I actually agree with that pick. I think they take receiver, and this is whether they like Jeudy or they like Lamb. But I think Jeudy's the pick, the more flashy pick.
I'm making it short and sweet. I think in a city like New York, you got to get those flashy players. Like, look, you've got one of the flashiest defensive backs, Jamal Adams, who's just outspoken, doesn't really care about what he says. And you're going to have a player like that with Jerry Jeudy where he's just flashy, he's confident, and he can get plays done. I think, like what everyone's saying, they need to get some weapons. They already have Le'Veon Bell. I don't know what the tight end situation is, but after you lose Anderson, Jerry Judy's not a bad upgrade. So I'm going Jerry Jeudy as well. Up next, we got the Las Vegas Raiders, the newly named Vegas Raiders. I think they go CD Lamb. I think they got to add. I'm trying to blank on who the receivers are right now, but the fact they've lost Cooper and
They got Williams.
pardon me,
Tyrell Williams.
Williams. But you know what? You're not going to win just with him.
They got more. They got somebody else. Now I gotta fucking look it up.
Yeah. But I do think they go CD Lamb from Oklahoma here.
Yeah, I think the Raiders go receiver. Whichever one.
They got your boy Phil Hunter Renfro.
They do have my boy Hunter Renfro, yeah, and he's going to be a stud this year.
Oh, they signed Aguilar, who can't catch.
But yeah, Aguilar's not going to be anything. But yeah, I think they go CD Lamb. From all the things I've seen, that seems like
Renfro is actually their second receiver listed.
Yeah, they need a guy, and Renfro thrives as the number 3 guy. So
yeah, they're going to take CD Lamb.
Yeah, I think CD Lamb's the guy. Since basically West, he's the only one that's available. Somehow Judy's available. They definitely take him instead. But
let's take an offensive lineman.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be whatever receiver is there and available. Whoever the best one is, that's where the Raiders go. On to pick number 13, and we got with a trade. The San Francisco 49ers now hold this pick over the Indianapolis Colts because the Colts decided to go for DeForest Buckner. Where I honestly don't know where the Niners go with this pick.
49ers, yeah. What do they need? They need
actually. I'm looking at like 3 mock drafts right now, and they all say receiver, but I don't think the receiver is going to be there.
I've been.
Well, there's so many receivers. If
there is a lot. Well, I'm just saying I don't think they're not taking like both of these somehow still have Judy and Lamb. I don't think either one of them are going to be there. I guess you could take Henry Ruggs at 13.
Henry Ruggs, yeah, they have to take Ruggs if they need a receiver. Like everybody hasn't taken a receiver, then Ruggs is the guy.
I just think that's a little high.
And they're gonna hug each other in Cup because he's also supposedly amazing.
Yeah.
So many of these receivers are number 1 guys.
Right.
The other option I see them going here is for Phil's guy from South Carolina in Kinlaw.
I mean, they did lose Buckner, but I mean,
and also too Solomon Thomas, like he's good, but they could be better at defensive tackle because they have good. They got Eric Armstead. I'm blanking right now. Is Armstead a tackle or an end? I'm blanking on that.
Armstead is a tackle, I believe.
Yeah. So if you add in two already, and also with losing Buckner, if you add in Kinlaw in there with Bosa and Armstead, you're bolstering an already very good defense. I just see here Lamb will fall to the Eagles. I don't think Lamb falls past. I think the latest he goes is 12 or 13.
Bell made a good point too. I think that the Niners could still trade out of this pick, even though they got the pick from the Colts. But
yeah, I just don't like predicting picks or trades. I mean, because
oh yeah, you can't predict them because Alex, good point. Because I could see them doing it, but I'm not going to predict it because all the trades that happen are going to be none of the ones that we talked about.
Exactly, it's going to be
this could be a unprecedented year too. We talked about earlier.
We have no idea what's going to happen.
We could see no trades, or we could see so many trades because someone's scared to make the pick and they want the other team, but not us. So
I feel like you see a team though in the 20s who is complacent with what they have, and they feel like if they trade out of the first round, it's not the end of the world, like a Seattle, because I know Seattle's been known for doing that. I can see stuff like that happening where Seattle lets a team move in and get another guy late in the first round, I don't know, a Miami drafts again, or actually, I want to say that because Miami got so many picks in the first round. But say if a Detroit or the New York Giants, like what they did last year to get what's his name? It was either the guy from Clemson they traded to get Alex, or the guy from Georgia. I'm blanking on names right now though.
You're talking about
they traded. They got back in for DeAndre Baker.
That's it, Baker. Because I think, and then they got Dexter Lawrence as well.
Yeah,
Dexter Lawrence.
But at the end of the day, with the Niners, if I just have to pick based off this, I think Kinlaw from South Carolina.
Sure.
I forgot who we were on now.
San Francisco at 13.
Oh, the Niners. I know we're not supposed to predict, but I think they trade down. But if not, they take Henry Ruggs. I think they take Henry Ruggs.
At number 4.
They could use another receiver, I guess.
Yeah. At number 4, they did lose Sanders too.
They did.
Who was part of their offense.
Actually, yeah, I'll say they take I'm trying to look at the list of. I'll take T. Higgins.
Ooh, that's a good pick too.
T. Higgins is good.
I had him going to the Bills for the longest time until the Bills got Stephon Diggs, and I got off that quickly. Up next at 14, we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to go with DeAndre Swift from Georgia, the running back.
I'm going to say Andy defensive player that's an impact player.
I think we're all different. I think they go offensive line because they still need help there. And I think if you really
their front linemen are good. They got Vita Vea. I can't remember the other guys' names, but and then JPP killing it down there for Sat. JPP.
They still got Sue as well.
They got what?
Didn't they re-sign Sue?
Not sure.
They might have, but yeah. So I think they take a secondary guy, or they could take an offensive lineman, I guess.
The draft.
Back.
I was looking at. I'll have Andrew Thomas going there, but the one other pick I could see, if not Swift, is Becton from Louisville.
Yeah,
like I said, my prediction would be offensive line. And if there's not one there, then like Alex said, definitely go defense because.
Yeah, then I'll have him taking Thomas.
Yeah.
All right, so that's off the Tampa Bay Bucks. Next on is the Denver Broncos.
That's an interesting team. Probably offense, I would think.
What team? Sorry, I didn't listen.
Broncos,
yeah.
Yeah, God, I have no idea. Didn't they lose their cornerbacks this year?
They lost Chris Harris to LA. They lost. I'll look it up right now, but I'm
going to say the Henderson guy you said earlier. I didn't have him going.
Oh, in Florida.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't
these mocks I'm looking at. Henderson is one of the most common.
Yeah.
Roster changes.
Also, someone has Justin Jefferson going 15th. Dang, that would be something.
I think he's going to drop sadly, but I hope he goes to the Packers.
They also lost.
Talent-wise, he's up there. That's not what I meant, but I haven't seen him high on boards. But
the other pick I could see him going with is Alex. Don't know about this guy, Kayvon Chason from LSU.
Yeah, he's going to be an impact defensive end. He's just not nearly as good as Chase Young.
Yeah. All right, so moving on next to so with Atlanta. I was going to say Atlanta's next. So with Denver, like I think it'll be defensive player because like for offense, see Randy, with they're okay offensively. Like they got Feint, I'm trying to figure what the receivers are now that they lost Sanders. They've got Cortland Sutton who had a breakout year. Melvin Gordon they added.
Yeah, they added Gordon.
Oh, that's right.
And Drew, they're gonna have a full season of Drew Lock, so we'll see what Fangio can do with that. But I think they go defense or I think they go like defensive line, cornerback, or O-line because their offensive line's a little more.
Well, they have Chubb and Von Miller, so they're set with defensive ends.
Yeah, it would get better soon, Von Miller.
So I don't know what they're going to take.
Denver's a weird one. I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot about Bradley Chubb, but he was I think he was only a few sacks away from breaking the rookie record for sacks in the season. But then even last year was good too, and then he tore his ACL.
So I don't know what they're going to take. Secondary is my guess.
Let's talk about Atlanta.
They could take Chase on, I guess.
I think they take I think they either take him or they take Kinlaw.
What do their mocks say? What do your mocks say?
My mocks are saying Kinlaw at 16. This is the 16th pick. I see Kinlaw. I see McKinney, safety. I also see your LSU guy. I can't pronounce his last. Chason, is that how you say it?
Chason, yeah. I think it's K-Le'Veon Chason.
K-Le'Veon. That's close. That looks about right. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing Kinlaw a lot.
Right. If the mock has it, I'll put it. I'll say Chason.
The other one I'm seeing that I saw was AJ Terrell from Clemson. That's where I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'll go with Kinlaw. Defensive
what position's Terrell?
Cornerback.
Yeah, Terrell's cornerback.
All right.
Next,
let's do these prettier picks. Yeah. Quicker.
Up next, we got the team everybody loves to talk about here, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to go with Xavier McKinney, the safety from Bama.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. I think another prediction of not things that you can't predict, but I think they trade down. But if not, best defensive player available.
I just probably they need secondary help.
Yeah, they pretty much gave up all of their defenders to sign their offensive player. So
and
they could use Chase on too. They need a
Chase on. I've seen Chase on a lot on these mocks as well.
I would be so pissed.
Another guy, Gross Matos, is that how you pronounce it, from Penn State?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna ask my Penn State friends from work, but I don't know who that is.
All right, who's next?
Miami, which is picking at Pittsburgh's pick. The one I'm seeing here is the same one, Gross Matos from Penn State, or Joshua Jones, the tackle from Houston.
Imagine if Miami kept Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, like they wouldn't have to pay. Who's the guy from the Cowboys they paid? Byron Murphy or Byron Jones? Oh no, Byron Murphy is Arizona. Excuse me, it's Byron Jones they paid.
Yeah, but Byron Jones is good.
Yeah,
he went to UConn. Shout out to Byron Jones.
Yeah,
but wow. So Miami takes 2. They'll probably take a defensive player.
Yeah, I would think. I'm seeing Xavier McKinney, Alabama safety. That's what I'll go with.
We picked him for the last pick. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know who else there is, but what do other mocks say?
That's most of the ones are guys we've already taken. There's a Kenneth Murray linebacker.
I'll say whatever defensive players they see. They still need a lot of defensive help.
I see Henry Ruggs too, but he ain't going. I don't think he's going to last that long.
Yeah, I think they're going to go with the guy Phil says is going to go to the Cowboys, Gross Matos. I think that's who's going to go to Miami with that 18th pick. And now we're back to the Raiders at Raiders, who have the Chicago Bears pick. I'm just looking right now. I'm seeing guys like Patrick Queen and Kenneth Murray.
Yeah, I think the Raiders. Patrick Queen would be a good fit. Linebacker, they need help there.
The Raiders have fallen in love with Clemson talent lately. So I would not be shocked if they took AJ Terrell here.
I think they go with Queen just because I said this in either the live stream I did last week. I think that Patrick Queen's going to be a very good defensive rookie this year in the
NFL. No, I just don't see it.
Well, Patrick Queen being good?
No, him being better than Chase Young or
not better than Chase Young. No, I'm just saying he has the potential, but no, Chase Young's going to be defensive rookie of the year, barring injury, God forbid.
Yeah.
But, I'm just saying Patrick Queen's got the potential to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chase Young will be better, but different positions.
Right.
All right, going up now. We're in the 20s, and we are at the Jacksonville Jaguars, who hold the
Jaguars.
Yeah,
not Jaguars.
Not Jaguars.
I can go off British and say the Jaguars.
The Jaguars. The Jags take defense too, I think.
Yeah. If they don't go defensive, or if they don't get like a Herbert or receiver, I feel like they'll do the opposite of what they do with their 9th overall pick here. A couple guys I'm seeing is like Justin Jefferson from LSU, and Terrell Lewis, the edge rusher from Bama, and also too the guy from Iowa, AJ Espinosa, I think is his name.
Yeah, they'll take
Epinesa.
No, they could take Delpit. Actually, I'm going to switch my Cowboys pick to Delpit. I think they take Delpit as a safety. I forgot they were big on him.
I still think they stick with McKinney. I think they're I could see them taking Delpit, but I'm going to stick with McKinney for now.
Yeah, I think they take cornerback or safety, whatever. I'll go with Delpit.
Whatever the top guys are available.
I think Delpit will be Jaguar. 21st, Philadelphia Eagles. It'll shock me if they don't take a receiver here. I think this is where Ruggs goes. Ruggs or Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I think Ruggs is off my list. So
who we got?
The Eagles. I think it's Justin Jefferson for sure.
Yeah, I don't know who else I have left that'd be better. I really wanted to wait for the Packers to pick Jefferson. But yeah, they're going to take whatever receiver they think's best. I don't remember who I have left on my board or not, but
it's all good. I think I'm going to go with Henry Ruggs for this pick.
Yeah, I mean, if Ruggs is there, they'll take him over Jefferson.
Oh, 100%. Bill?
Oh, I said Jefferson. Yeah, Eagles.
Yeah,
Jefferson.
Eagles.
Next
is Minnesota at 22nd overall with the pick they traded in the. Damn, my words mixed up. This is the pick that they got in the trade for Diggs.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to try to replace Diggs or not, but they should probably stick to defense. They have no cornerbacks anymore.
Well, they kind of lost some good. Like losing Xavier Rhodes is not a big loss.
No, but he sucked for them, and there was one other guy they got rid of. on the defensive
They
side.
lost Haynes. They lost Mackenzie Alexander as well, who both went.
Yeah. So they need defensive help more than they need another receiver.
They also have the 25th overall pick as well. So they're 22 and they're 25. I see here either Jalen Johnson from Utah or Christian Fulton from LSU.
Yeah, Christian Fulton's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, they could get Fulton.
I can see
Also Jefferson, but obviously
He might have the worst career out of all these LSU guys. Fulton.
But
They might take him.
yeah, either that or I mean, obviously you can't predict trades, but either that or trade down or something.
We still haven't picked Jordan Love.
Yeah, I know. I've seen. He keeps the earliest I've seen on this one is Raiders that we just missed.
I just can't see why you would trade Carr. Carr is good. Guy completes like 80% of his.
I don't think you can. The thing is it's just not him. Like I think Carr's played well, honestly. But I mean, knowing the Raiders, I mean, you could draft a guy. I would draft a guy like late first, early.
I wouldn't waste a pick if I was the Raiders. I'd try to win with Carr.
I mean, you can actually. I'll probably scratch the first thing I said, but like second or third, probably. I'd get a guy to put behind him or something just to give him a little pep under his step or something. But I like Derek Carr. I've always liked him. So,
but if they want to do that, they can easily do that in the second, third, or fourth rounds.
Right. I don't think
the Raiders can draft someone. They don't have to get a star quarterback right now.
I don't think the answer is taking a quarterback in the first round. I think you're just by doing that, you're officially giving up on Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And I know he can sit and be a backup, but most first rounds are you want
your first rounds to play.
Derek Carr's not a like a a guy that's like got 2 years left or something like that, and you can do that. You can't. So
like Carr was only drafted like 2014, I think, but still he's had a much better career than his brother already.
He just needs help. I mean, I think
his brother sucked.
Well, his brother also had the worst offensive line in the history of the NFL. So we saw what that did to Andrew Luck as well. So
yeah.
All right, who's next?
You don't have much.
Phil's hat. That's all I'm gonna say. 23.
Yeah, it's Pat's next. I hate on team.
Some defensive player.
But yeah, defense is what I'm going with. Edge rush. We need an edge rusher, big time.
There's two players.
I like a young guy because we normally draft we get your Calvin Noyes, they'll go get their big contract, and then we get the next guy.
Who did the mock say?
The mock says an edge rusher, Epineza, whatever you pronounce it.
Okay.
We'll also see a linebacker Kenneth Murray. I hadn't heard a whole lot about him.
Yeah, I'll tell you get Epineza.
Epineza, yeah, I'll go with you. And then this one guy has Jordan Love. That's not happening. No way that's happening.
I'll be so mad if the Patriots draft Love. The other option I saw was Harrison, the tight end I was looking for earlier out of Florida Atlantic, not international, is Harrison Bryant. But I think they go Espinosa here.
I mean, I've seen no mock where a tight end is that high, so I just don't think you're going to.
I don't think there's any first round tight ends this year.
You can get him in a second, I think, even if you had to trade up or something like that. But yeah.
Like I was saying, like the draft, the mock I just saw had Harrison Bryant, but I'm going Espinosa. So they need edge rushers because you need something to help. Like we said, they lost Kyle Van Noy, they lost Jamie Collins, but I expect a good season from like a Chase Winovich and I also got Lawrence Guy still and playing on his name, but Derek Wise.
Derek Wise, right now.
Yeah, Derek Wise. The next one is the Saints at 24, and one mock I just saw Jordan Love, which I kind of laughed at. We know they're going to ride with Taysom Hill. If he's available here, I think the Saints go Justin Jefferson.
Did they sign Taysom Hill? I never saw anything about.
I don't think Taysom Hill is going to be their next quarterback.
I don't think
they're going to draft someone eventually, but not this year.
Not this year. And if they do, they're not drafting him in the first. Like
they already said, Drew Brees has Collinsworth's job whenever he's ready to go.
I love that. He's still playing lined up post career. Like, how often do you see that? The other pick we're seeing here for the Saints is Austin Jackson from USC, and also
what position?
It's a tackle, and a wide receiver Brandon Ayuk from Arizona.
I mean, the defense went from really good to like pretty shitty last year, so they could get help on defense too. They let up a lot of points.
Yeah, I'm seeing Kenneth Murray, linebacker.
Yeah, I could see that.
Linebackers, they got Klein, they got Demario Davis, and I think they still have Kiko Alonso. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I could see Kenneth Murray going here as well. But offensive line, the Saints are okay on. They have all their offensive weapons. The only thing I think they can get. So he stayed with the Saints, Kiko Alonso. They need receiver,
those aren't like huge names. They can get another linebacker.
I think they also need some cornerback help too, because a lot of the times, like we saw it last year in the San Francisco game where that George Kittle run that they had the face mask to get him down, like that lost in the game. They need someone to, and this is going to say to be hard, but I was also going to say do cornerback help. But then remember, they just got Malcolm Jenkins and they re-signed Janoris Jenkins.
I mean, that wouldn't stop a team from drafting one because those guys aren't great.
True. We'll see. I think linebacker or even to I think linebacker or I was about to say receiver, but then they got Emmanuel Sanders. So I think they had to go linebacker or offensive line.
As I said, yeah, I'm going linebacker.
Yeah, I'll go linebacker.
All right, 25 back to Minnesota, and I think they go offensive line here.
Sure. I have no idea how their line is.
I'm only saying it's a little shitty. And, like, you need someone, too, because they got the protect Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, either offensive line, although from what I'm seeing, it's not like there's not very many top guys left. Well, I see one. Never mind. So I would say Ezra Cleveland. It looks like that he would be available.
Yeah, Ezra Cleveland.
They're also saying cornerback. I don't know if the Vikings would. I mean, that seems kind of.
They need cornerbacks.
I mean, they do. Yeah. I'm not saying they don't.
I think we had them taking one the first time.
Yeah,
that's why I said lineman right away, because I figured
that's right. Yeah,
cornerback at 22. I think they take lineman at 25.
Yeah, if one's available and they need it.
Yeah, or even two, Minnesota could easily trade out of this pick and just get somewhere earlier in the second round. The next one up is Miami, which the ones I was seeing here for this pick. This is the Houston Texans pick. Is like either like how earlier I said DeAndre Swift, but also to him or Jonathan Taylor going here.
Who do we have them pick in the last pick?
I think it was
Tua and a defensive player.
Yeah.
So they go. I think if there is one,
there's an offensive lineman.
I mean, it says it had these mocks have Cleveland, the Cleveland guy, but we just gave him to the Vikings. So whatever the next offensive line, if there is, here goes Josh Jones for Houston.
They'll either take an offensive lineman, the pick before or this pick.
Yeah, this pick. I think I agree. So it might be flip flop what we have, but
yeah.
The next one is Seattle, which both the four mocks I see, it's two have Gross Matos and the other two have Austin Jackson or Josh Jones. So I could see them going either way for Seattle with either offensive line or defensive edge. I could also see them potentially going corner here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's offensive line or defensive line again with them.
Offensive line, I would say, if it's available.
Yeah. Best available I'm seeing is.
I mean, their defense is kind of trash now.
Well, they got Cleveland best available, but he's gone. So, but yeah, I mean, the team that was known for
playoff team though. So if they can, whatever the biggest impact player is,
I feel like they need more help on defense. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I agree with that.
Huge hit last year.
Yeah, but best available. I mean, if there's a good offensive lineman versus the D line, I think you take that. But just to help Russell Wilson out, but.
Exactly. And up next, we got Baltimore, which every single pick here is saying either a defensive end or a linebacker.
Yeah, if they're going to trade Judon too, which was, or
yeah.
Is he still? Yeah, because he's under contract.
Yeah, and then also to remember they signed Derek Wolfe, which I know Wolfe's not as good as he once was. And also they traded for Calais Campbell.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I think linebacker here is. Like out of defensive end or linebacker, the one guy I'd like is Zach. What's his last name? Zach Bond from Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's who they had. A couple of these mocks had going to the Pats. So yeah, that would probably be my option as well. Either that or did we give anybody Patrick Queen yet? Because I'm seeing that name a lot here.
Griff did, yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So Patrick Queen possibly if he's there.
I could see Patrick Queen going.
One mock. I'm just gonna. This is an example of why some of these mocks are worthless. But one of them has them taking Jonathan Taylor running back. That would be the dumbest thing ever. Why would the Ravens like they have that? I can't think of his name, and y'all can probably tell. But their backup is probably going to end up taking Ingram.
Justice Hill. I don't know if he's the backup of their third string. They have Justice Hill.
It's not him.
They have
Edwards.
Edwards, yeah, it's Edwards, yeah.
Who?
Baltimore, Gus Edwards.
Baltimore, yes, Edwards. That's the guy that's been like that kind of had spurts last year when
Edwards, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Mark Ingram's fucking awesome.
He just got hurt. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see how he.
Doing what?
I don't know. He was hurt. Like you didn't. He missed like half the Titans game.
Yeah, but you made it seem like he just got hurt like last week.
Well, yeah, I meant like doing what? Well, I meant like at the end of the last time we saw him play football.
I think it was an ankle or a calf.
He's fine. I don't think he had surgery or anything. I think he's fine.
No, he was banged up.
I'm not gonna hear more about it.
I remember
They were all just so tight for the Titans game because they had the bye week. It just fucked with them.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we've said this ad nauseum, but like those teams, a team like the Ravens needed to play every week.
Yeah,
that team would have been in the Super Bowl. I have no doubts about it had they played the week one or the first week in the playoffs.
I don't know because the Chiefs are just too hard to beat, especially last year.
I had a lot of reservations about that Chiefs team.
Like for me,
nothing could stop them. They needed to get down to go off.
Yeah. I still feel like for this year for Baltimore, for me, like what they do in the regular season doesn't matter. They got to win in January. Like so far with Jackson, they're 0-2. Like remember, it was
the first year he couldn't throw the ball. So.
Pardon me?
The first year he didn't know how to throw the ball.
Yeah,
that playoff game was atrocious.
Threw the ball.
This is true.
Rivers could barely throw the ball that game.
Yeah. And then they also ran a very good defense against Baltimore. And then Lynn, I'll remember this because remember Phil in the Patriots-Chargers game, Lynn either ran zone or man every single play. Didn't change. Brady saw that and exposed them. That was the divisional game in the 2018 playoffs.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Next are the Titans.
A lot of the ones I'm seeing here is I got one's got a cornerback, one's got a tackle, one's got an edge, one's got a wide receiver.
I'm getting a lot of defensive linemen, so I would go there, I guess.
Yeah, anything on the defense.
I'm also seeing Christian Fulton from a cornerback out of LSU. LSU is going to be getting so. It's the same thing that happened last year with Clemson, but it's going to be so many LSU heavy people, and some are going to bust.
There's some in the second round too.
Yeah,
I'm going to say. Let's go back to the draft. Marlon Davidson, edge rusher from Auburn. I think that's where they go.
Yeah, that's the one I'm seeing too.
They also added Vic Beasley too in the offseason from Atlanta, who I believe is a Clemson guy, right, Phil?
Yeah, Vic Beasley. Yeah, Vic Beasley was actually in Atlanta's almost Super Bowl run. He was pretty good, but then dropped off after that. But,
yeah,
maybe he can come back.
Falling off. Like they cannot stay healthy. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to say this easily because I see Sugar Bellcard has been saying this in comments. I think they go T. Higgins here.
I'm going to say Justin Jefferson. Teams are going to sleep on him.
Yeah, I don't think like T. Higgins is actually really low in draft or lower than I would expect, but
I think he's going to be He's going to be the pick that he falls a bit, but then he has a really good rookie season.
But Higgins could go here. I could see that. I'm seeing
Higgins going.
Receiver. I'm seeing these are some of the other names I'm seeing. I'm seeing Denzel Mims. I'm seeing Jalen Reagor. I
don't know how far we're going in this draft, but Mims is apparently being looked at by the Giants for the second round.
Yeah, we're just going to 32, and then we can say maybe some people we have as like surprises or who you want. Like we can each answer about our own teams or players we think that will get drafted later on, who we can see being good down the road.
But yeah, best receiver available for sure. I mean, whoever that is for them.
There's also the guy from Colorado that's kind of a sneaky pick. I can
Colorado, what?
There's one wide receiver. I keep blanking on his name, but he's pretty all right player. I could see it potentially here, but at the same time too, I can't. Yeah, Chase, like Colorado, but
why is that so funny to me?
Colorado.
Yeah,
Colorado. That is Jaguar.
Colorado. I don't know. That one's funnier than Jaguar to me.
Chase Claypool is another option here, but I think they go Higgins. But then also because I've been saying this, Green Bay needs either an edge rusher or a receiver because they have Devontae Adams, but then
they don't need an edge rusher. The two Smiths get tons of sacks, more than any combo in football.
We're not an edge rusher, but like a defensive tackle or like a run stuffer or a nose.
Yeah, they need a linebacker. They need linebackers.
Yeah. Who do they have right now? Blake Martinez and who else?
No, Blake Martinez is on the Giants.
Oh, never mind then. Blake Martinez is on the Giants.
They got other guys, but they need a receiver more than anything. They're taking a wide receiver.
Yeah, they'll probably get a linebacker in the second, third round. We got back to San Francisco now here. With every single pick I see here is once again edge or like edge rusher, defensive tackle, or a cornerback. But I can see San Francisco either trade if they don't trade out of their 13th overall pick. I could see them trading out of this pick just because if there's no one they like and like a team like a Pittsburgh or a Houston want to get in there to get someone, they will.
I just saw like one of these mocks has a mock trade, and I could totally see this happening. Jordan Love getting taken here by the Colts. Actually, that's not a bad mock. I think that could happen. I think that Jordan Love's the kind of guy that someone would trade like late in the game.
he could sit behind Rivers for a year.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick.
Colts gone yet, or did they not have a first round pick?
No, they gave it up. Remember that to the Niners.
A Buckner trade.
So this will be them trading back with the Niners again.
Bad trade for the Colts.
Yeah.
Like the Colts have a good.
Yeah, they could trade it back.
The Colts. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else they need. Like
quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback. Like they got a good running back.
Oh.
But but Jordan Love, like you can take that risk there. Like this is like it's like
if you have Rivers for a year, you could wait and see if he can develop them.
In maximum, you're not gonna have Rivers for more than like 2 or 3. So.
I like that. I can agree with that. Trade with the Colts.
Trade with the Colts. Yeah, I like that. I just saw it and was like, I'll point it out because it actually does make sense.
The only thing the Colts I think they could try to get, and which they could probably wait till the second round, is a tight end, but because I'm pretty sure they lost Eric Ebron, but that's not really a huge loss. But if you get someone to add in with Jack Doyle, that's a pretty all right combination.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have got the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, who I saw a stat the other day. I think they've only lost like 2 starters from last year.
Yeah, they'll probably just go defense.
Yeah, they're going to be the most favored team, and then
they'll find an insanely fast wide receiver in like the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah. The one pick, Alex, I wanted to ask you about that I see here is Lloyd Cushenberry. That's the one.
Cushenberry?
Yeah.
Cushenberry. I don't know. I didn't know who he was.
I now pronounced it as a K. I fucked up that one.
No, it's fine. I didn't know. I don't even know who you're talking about, to be honest.
I saw that, and I saw Cesar Ruiz as well, but I feel like Cesar Ruiz is the guy I think the Giants should grab early in the second round.
I mean, yeah, they could take a lineman. They should take a lineman, but I wouldn't be mad if we took a receiver.
Yeah. The other pick for Kansas City here.
I could see us taking Mims.
Yeah. What about a running back for Kansas City to kind of have another 1-2 punch with Damian Williams?
I mean, they I don't know, because they get these dumbass people who nobody knows, and they're wide receivers and they're running backs, and they're all nasty because they're playing in the scheme with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
So they don't really need to waste a top pick on someone.
They don't need a running back. They proved that last year. They had freaking Kennedy. They don't need a running back.
They had 2 Williams that nobody knew.
Andy Reid's not driving a running back.
I bet you he takes a defensive player.
Yeah.
Or a lineman if they need a lineman. Offensive.
Yeah. I think they either go maybe a linebacker here or offensive line.
Yeah, you need some young defensive players there.
Yeah.
I feel like we got some old guys. That's why they keep getting down early.
Yeah. Find that second wind, and then teams. I was trying to. I also saw in the mock draft, but I don't see. I could see I thought, oh, hey, here's Kansas City doing this, but then at the same time too, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There's so many good running backs in this draft too, but I don't see many getting taken early.
Same, even to Edwards-Helaire.
Tyler Dobbins, yeah, Clyde. Well, ETN went back to college.
Yeah, ETN did go back to college. Smart move too.
Yeah, he wants to win.
Yeah, you can't blame the guy, can you?
One loss is probably entire career.
Trevor Lawrence's first loss being in the championship game. That's him living the high life over here.
Yeah.
Over there. Not here.
And he won't. I doubt they'll lose in regular season next year.
Oh, they're not going to be challenged again until the
my Gamecocks getting them this year.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Are the Gamecocks going to have a big win like they did last year? Didn't they beat Georgia?
Yeah, we beat Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. I remember watching that.
Awesome.
It was like your 3rd string quarterback. The guy's a legend.
We're in our lives right now. Don't even get me started on the Gamecocks. I'm not ready to talk about that.
Think LSU can have another good season, Alex? Maybe not national championship, but
I think LSU about to drop off.
They're either going to drop off or they're going to continue.
Surprise people, but no. And more so, I say that more so.
I mean, they still had one of the best recruiting classes, and they're still pretty low. So the expectations are high.
I think Bama.
You think Bama can do well with Mac Jones?
I mean, Bama's always going to do well regardless, but I think we can still be better.
Until Saban this
Auburn, Florida, they're going to be good this year.
Florida's the one to watch in the SEC
because they got their quarterback coming back that got hurt last year. And then Auburn's always good, and they were really good last year.
Should be better in general this year. Should be.
But SEC is wide open.
Yeah. Where else do you see? Like, you know how you said the Giants could go lineman or receiver. What else do the Giants like? Do you think the Giants? I've been my work stuff. Where else do you think the Giants need besides receiving and offensive line?
Anywhere on the defense. The entire defense needs work. We need pass rushers. We need safeties. We need cornerbacks. We need everything. So,
that's the key to win in general if you look at it. But that only building that defense on the Giants will only help. Daniel Jones, good Lord, couldn't say his name.
Yeah.
He needs to be on the field. I know that sounds like this isn't a knock on him, but a guy that young needs to be on the field the least as possible.
Did they fire Betcher or is he still there?
No, they fired him. They got a new person.
Oh, thank God. Even I recognize that.
A whole new coaching staff.
Okay.
We're talking about dream scenarios. If we're not talking about them, but we're going to. I just brought it up. If we're talking about dream scenarios, I would be on cloud 9 if the Pats got Jalen Hurts. It's not going to happen. I'm not expecting it at all.
I think the Steelers are going to take Hurts in a second.
But Hurts is I'm following Hurts no matter where he goes. I do want to see where I do think he's going to be really good.
Tennessee it's not sneaky anymore. They are good.
Yeah,
over Tennessee.
They make the playoffs again. And they're supposed.
They're going to have. The thing is, it's going to be more interesting because they're not sneaky anymore. Like
they play in the worst division though. So
now Tennessee, people are going to know what they're going to be able to play them better. And
who's going to challenge them this year?
Ryan Taylor's going to get challenged.
Texans got worse and they lost.
That division. Yeah,
if Philip Rivers plays well, maybe the Colts. Besides that, I don't know.
Yeah, but even if the Colts play, they're still not going to. They're still going to make the playoffs as a wild card team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Titans will, especially now that there's that 7th playoff team. Like the Titans can't see them
unless Derrick Henry just sucks again,
or Tannehill.
But there's no way.
Regresses.
Derrick Henry's going to be a beast.
No, he's on another level.
They figured it out. Yeah. So
they just need to find. I mean, they've got Brown's an amazing receiver. They just didn't need him in the playoffs, and then so when it was time to use him, it was like too late. So it's like if they can kind of find that balance.
Brown is so awesome
because I think Tennessee. They proved they could beat anybody in the AFC last year. They beat us. They beat the Ravens, and then they could have easily beat the Chiefs, no matter what you look at it. But no one could hold off the Chiefs, obviously, this year. But still, I think they had the if Tannehill could finish the game, for them, I think they could have won.
By the way, Sugar Bell was saying he was talking about the Volunteers, not the Titans.
Tennessee Volunteers. Yeah. Okay, that is a good point, Sugar Bell. My bad. We read that wrong, but yeah, they're good. Anyways, we got to talk about the Titans, so thanks for that. Anyway,
yeah, you know what? Like that's what we're here for. Talk college football because that's what I keep on saying. We don't know if there's going to be a season, but I feel like college football will play regardless. It may not start at the end of August, but it could start later.
There might.
Yeah,
when I say something about that, there might be a season. There might not be a season if we keep doing stupid stuff as a nation, man. Like,
yeah.
So I'm hearing rumors here that we're about to open stuff up this week. Like, what the heck?
We're not. We're not. How's your job? You still working or no?
Yeah, it's insane. I'm working.
Do you go in every day?
Yeah. I get like 1 day a week. I'm working like 60 hours a week.
Yeah. I don't know if you could do your shit at home or not.
No. I can't.
What do you do? Shipping, you said?
Ship from store. Yeah, ship from store and then order pickups. Like,
are you like physically making the packages? Or are you just doing online?
I go out to the well. Everybody has a different thing, but like normally I would go out to the store, pick it, and then come back and pack it. But
okay.
I'm mostly been.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Mostly, I've been a Packer lately than anything else. But
nice. Green Bay or
Green Bay Packer? No, I'll never be a Green Bay Packer. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think. Yeah, but Jalen Hurts in the second to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but Jalen Hurts is one. I'm also and I know Alex talked about him earlier. I like Fromm. I think if the right spot, but it's going to have to be a perfect spot.
I just can't see him being good.
But he's going to be. But I think the thing is, if you're going to think he's going to start right away, you're an idiot. And if he has to, but I think if Fromm was to sit behind like, I'm trying to think of like any veteran in the league
like
right
Stafford
now, or anybody. Or even like, I mean, I think he's going to go too high, but even like the Bucks, if they wanted to go ahead and take their future, Gabbert
for that,
or the Saints or something. But yeah, I know Blake Gabbert. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
wouldn't that take all? No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Never mind. I'll keep it.
Well, who's watching the Michael Jordan doc in 14 minutes?
I don't have ESPN Plus. Isn't that what it's on?
No, it's on ESPN, bro.
Oh, it's on regular ESPN.
Yeah, it's like the biggest thing going on right now.
I thought it was on Plus. Everything I saw said
everyone's
ESPN
going nuts for it.
Yeah. I have to wait till tomorrow morning. I don't obviously ESPN's not a thing in Canada, so I got to wait for it to come on Netflix.
You can't watch ESPN in Canada? I did not know that.
Is it going to go on Netflix?
Yeah, it airs on Netflix tomorrow at like 3 o'clock. It comes on at like 3 in the morning, so it'll be on Netflix in like 6 hours.
Really? Oh, I'll just wait for that then. I didn't know it was going to Netflix. Or is this in Canada?
I don't know. I think it's everywhere. It'll be on Netflix the next day.
Man, why wouldn't ESPN put it on their network? That's weird.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It might be a Canada thing.
Yeah, I bet it's a Canada thing.
So I'm seeing here from the Indy, but
that's what Homeboy was talking about earlier.
Sure. I think they go like I could even see like from Jordan Love or even to Jacob Easton from Washington for the Colts draft later on. Just like another quarterback. If
the Colts could get into the first round, they'll probably take them.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I have to say about the draft.
Yeah,
can't wait.
So anyway, I'm going to end it here, guys. Let's say for anybody who joined the live stream, thank you. For everybody listening to the podcast, thank you. We're all excited for the draft on Thursday night. It's going to be a really fun one. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, listening if you're listening on a podcast app format. But anyway, guys, have fun. Enjoy the draft. Go Pats. Go Giants for Alex. And also you guys.
No, screw the Giants. Let them lose every game.
Giants. I'm just saying it because Alex is a good guy.
Honestly, who knows? We'll have the better record this year. Both teams.
That's gonna be that. We're fighting. We'll see.
Both teams might be three.
Bill we trust. And Bill we trust.
We always have a better quarterback for once.
That's true. But you don't know. Stidham could be the.
He could be amazing, but right now I would get to say Jones is better.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Hey, we can make some sort of fun bet on YouTube to see who has more wins.
We might have to do that.
Now there's a chance.
We may just have to do that. But also, the other thing I was going to say
that bet at all.
Any year in the past, it would have been like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Let's keep on washing your hands, everybody, and stay safe.
Wash these hands. Was that a Phil impression or was that a Braun impression? You'll never know.
Me was just telling people to keep on basically I say it after every episode where it's like, stay safe, wash your hands, etc. Like, isolate if you have to. If you only go out if you have to. I don't know what the rules are like in Connecticut and South Carolina.
They don't even have soap in South Carolina. They just use dirt.
Well,